What's up? What's up? It's your boy, Tunnel Vision. We back. I just got out the gym. So I'm gonna do a little vlog real quick before I get to the house. I gotta take a shower. I'm exhausted, man. Exhausted. That was a hard one. I couldn't wait to get out of there. But it's all good. But anyway, you know, that card that was supposed to be an epic card at the Barclays and got knocked down a little notch. You know, turns out that Hurd has decided that he's not going to do that rematch with Jrock at the present time. He doesn't think it's in his best interest. I'm not sure if he just wants to do one fight and then, well, he can't get the fight for a second fight because Jrock's going to be doing the unification with the winner of Harrison versus Charlo. But he, so he can't do that. But they also said he's contemplating moving up in weight. I think it's a smart decision not to fight Jrock. He has a lot to work on. He has a lot of deficiencies. He has a brand new team where he's going to work and try to fix those deficiencies. And trying to do a 2-3 month camp and go directly into a fight, especially with someone like Jrock, that would be stupid. You know, Jrock, Hurd usually relies on his size. You know, he's usually able to just eat punches and walk through you and wear you down and eventually put you down. A lot of his fights, he was losing a lot of his fights, but is just tenacious. He just keeps coming, like Jason or something like that, and eventually puts you down. He wasn't able to do that against Jrock. Jrock came in kind of big. He was strong. He was able to absorb everything that was being thrown at him, and he was able to go right at Hurd, even put Hurd down, you know, and won an easy decision, easy victory. Wasn't like a close fight or anything like that. So, you know, the man understands that, you know what, I got work that I need to do, you know, before I can face someone of that stature again. And, you know, I'm going to need a fight or two, you know, to get myself into the space that I need to get into before fighting someone like that. Smart decision. You know, I don't think it's going to work for him, you know, but I think if he comes back, he fights lower level competition, I think he'll be fine. He'll be able to make good money. And the amount of punishment that he does take, I hope the man is saving his money, and he's someone that shouldn't fight that much. He's a 1-2 fight a year type of fighter, I believe, due to the amount of damage that he takes. And I think he should retire soon. I mean, you know, making money is good, but it means nothing if your brain's all messed up. You know, and he takes a lot of hits. As far as moving up in weight, idiotic. Damn, what's this lady doing? Yo? No, I'm not. Get the fuck out of my way. Damn. Excuse the language. People don't know how to drive in parking lots. But as far as moving up in weight, that would just be stupid, man. That I would 100% just, you know, be fully against that. You go up in weight, guys are going to be closer to your size. That one advantage that you do have is your size, you know, so you're able to absorb punches. You go up in weight, you are not going to be able to absorb those punches from those guys. I mean, who are you going to fight? A Caleb Plant? Who are you going to fight? A Benavidez? It'll be ugly up there, man. You know, it'll be real ugly up there. Even Darrell, I don't think that would be, you know, in his best interest to do that. You know, I think he needs to, whatever you have to do with your nutrition, to, you know, keep that weight down, you know, keep that eating habits, you know, leveled and in control. Monitor those calories. Put in that extra work in the gym, whether it be jogging, whatever it is, to keep that weight down so you can continue to make that 154 weight. This needs to be his last weight class. He can't go up. He takes too much damage. He gets hit too much. Kind of like Badu Jack. Badu Jack at 168, he was kind of big. You know, he had some couple of draws. But one of the main things he was able to do, he was able to absorb punishment. He was able to absorb shots and just keep going at dudes, you know, and eventually put them down. You know, once he went up to 175, those punches he was getting hit with felt a whole lot more different. And the things he was able to do at that low weight class of 168, it didn't work anymore at 175. You know, and we saw the results when he went up against Brown. It was ugly. So personally, he needs to stay down at 154. Do a couple of fights, get some easy money fights. If I was him, I wouldn't even think about those championship fights. The Jrocks, the Jrocks, the Charlos. I stay away from those two guys. The other guys, they don't punch as hard. He's able to take, you know, what comes at him, and he can do his thing. But I guess we can see with the new coach, you know, let them go ahead, work with him. You know, maybe they can do for him what was done for Maidana. You know, Maidana 2.0, as they used to call him, was completely different from the, you know, what he used to be before he got with Garcia. Garcia was able to help him adjust a few things, you know, be able, you know, still work with what works for him as far as his strengths, put a few wrinkles in there, and it did him wonders. So maybe they can do the same thing for him. You know, this team can do the same thing for him. But as far as saying, you know what, let me take this L and not do this fight, I think that was smart for him to do so. You know, I believe it's something that Anthony Joshua also should have done. You know, stop thinking about how it affects Eddie Hearn. Stop thinking about how it affects Matchroom. You know, think about your own career. Think about your own life. You know, coming back from receiving that type of damage and you're coming back to fight 6 months right after. I think he should have did what Jrock did. You know, I guess we'll see in about 3 months. But in 3 months, I believe when we see what happens in that fight, you know, we're going to see why he should have made the same decision that Jrock did. So shout out to him. You know, shout out to his family, his father, his mother. He has a super loving family. Clearly people who care about him. People who aren't just looking at the paycheck or looking at the status that everything brings. Looking at the reality of things. You know, not just brushing their eyes and closing their eyes to the truth, you know, and making decisions that's in the best interest of that man. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people do that, you know, and especially when you're with someone like Al Heyman, you know, the dude is financially good. You know, they teach you how to invest your money in real estate and all that other stuff. So as long as all you got to do with them is listen. You listen with them, you're going to be good. You can go to different fights. You know, they pay you to be at those fights. You're going to still make a little bit of bread. Go fight somebody else. I personally think 3, 4 fights and spend the next 2 years perfecting your craft, you know, and getting better at the deficiencies that you have in your game. Then worry about coming back to the big boys later on. You know, you're a young dude. You're a young guy. Be smart, be intelligent, and see where the road goes. But for now, got to see what, you know, who Jrock, you know, is going to be facing, because he's definitely not walking away from that 7-figure payday he's going to make in what, 2-3 months, September, October, November, December, about 2-3 months. Yeah, he ain't walking away from that payday. So I guess we'll see, you know, who he should, you know, who he's going to be facing. I've been hearing the name Lubin, you know, being yapped. No, Lubin, be smart like him, like Hurd is. You know, you try to jump off a damn building like you was Superman and you crash in the ground versus Charlo. Keep on that steady rise back that you're doing. Alright? Y'all be good. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the like button. Y'all have a good night.